Everyone, I'm Alexia Maria Oriuela, reporting for Hollywood Connections inside the Tantalk radio station, and I'm here with
Michael Lecastri.
And he was our guest here on the show. He did the first hour, and now he's getting ready to go, so we're going to wrap this up. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a local filmmaker. Made a number of short films, done a lot of theater work, both in Orlando and Tampa. Currently working on my first feature-length film right now. So, and we just started our first day of shooting last night. We actually had Ed Neal from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Linnea Quigley, who legendary 80s scream queen, came in to work on the project for a little bit. So we're very excited about seeing where this goes and getting this movie done.
That's exciting. Now you have some big names in your film. Well, what's your film about?
How do you do an elevator pitch here in like 30 seconds? Basically, the movie is about these three guys who have recently graduated college and they're having trouble finding work. My character finds out that his family is about to be evicted from their home, and so in an effort to get fast cash, they decide to kind of turn to a life of crime, and they find out that one of their former high school classmates, who's not a particularly nice person and who's already wealthy, has won the lottery, and they get so kind of angered and offended by this, really, that they decide to kidnap him, because their whole thing is he doesn't deserve the money, he's a bad person. But they're not criminals at all, they're these educated college kids, and so there's this real kind of culture clash between what they're doing and who they are as people. But it's a really fun script, and we've had a lot of fun working on the film so far, so I'm very excited to see how the whole thing comes together.
So you're also in the movie as well?
Yeah, I'm Kevin, so I'm the person whose family is having the financial troubles, and I'm the one who kind of rallies his friends. Is like, guys, we have to do something. So, which is good because I'm also the director, so it's like I'm getting to get into character as far as being like, do this, do that. For me, I started initially as an actor, and so I always like to write myself parts because I feel like as an actor, you really want to kind of control your own career, and the best way to do that is to create content for yourself. You know what you're capable of and what your best traits are, so why not make material for yourself? Nobody is really going to give you an opportunity better than the one you can create for yourself. So that's kind of the way I look at it, but yeah, I'm in it as well.
So this is your first feature film you're directing, so balancing acting and directing, what would you say the difference between directing and acting?
I don't really know if it's so much of a difference. I'm sorry, I'm really tired. Like we were out till like 3 a.m. last night, so I had to think about that for a second. I think it has to do with delegation. I mean, directing is sort of your traffic cop, and you're kind of coordinating all these people at once. For me, I wrote it too, and I'm producing it, so I'm wearing all these different hats, but I did that for all of the short films that I made. I like kind of being in different places at once. For me, it's a comedy. I'm a comedy writer first and foremost, and I think if you're the one writing the jokes, you should be the one telling other people how to do them, and you should be the one doing them as well, because you know the material, you know how it's supposed to sound. I don't know if I necessarily recommend, like, if you've never done this before, that you should do like 4 different things on your first big project. For me, I went to school for this. I did my undergrad at UCF. Been doing for theater for next year will be 20 years. Just I'm old. I'm comfortable with that at that point. I've been doing this long enough to where I feel like, I can kind of be in different places at once. And I really just love all the aspects of the process. At the beginning, you're writing the script, you're trying to make it work. As the producer, you're trying to coordinate everything. As the director, you're really trying to, and I like working with actors. I actually really love working with actors. That's the theater kid in me that is just very comfortable with that. And as a performer, like I was saying, if you write the jokes, you're going to be able to deliver them better than probably anybody else, because you know how they're supposed to sound. So, yeah, exactly. It really is like writing a song. Like, you know how it's supposed to sound in your head, and when somebody hits it, there's no mistaking that. You know it's right. So, I enjoy that whole sort of beginning to end. By the time it's done, you hear people talk about, my movie's my baby. This is why, because you're with it for so long. long. We started this project in February of this year. So, and by the time we're done, it'll be April of next year. So that is how long it takes to get that first one out. And hopefully the next one will be, a much shorter kind of condensed process because we've learned what worked and what didn't. So
That's right. And if anybody wanted to check out your film and to keep updates to see any trailers or the release date, where can they find it?
Oh, absolutely. Check the IMDb page for the film. You can look it up. It'll have the 2016 release date. You can look me up on IMDb, Michael Lecastri. You can email me at 1202prod@gmail.com. We are going to try and set up a Facebook page, and hopefully, if you're a person that's into film festivals, Sundance, Toronto, International, South by Southwest, those are the ones that we want to be submitting to. So hopefully you'll know about it because it'll be playing at one of those festivals, and you can actually see it there before we go on to wider distribution. So,
And one last question. I get this a lot from aspiring actors, including myself, who, since you're a director, a writer, an actor yourself, and you came from theater, what is something that you look for people when they're coming to audition for your movie and the casting call part of the film?
I mean, for me, that's a two-part question. In order for me to kind of really give that person that initial shot, I want to see that you take yourself seriously. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way, but what I mean is, if you're going to send me a headshot, don't have it be a bathroom selfie. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Comport yourself like a professional. Make sure your resume is properly formatted. Make sure your headshot is a headshot. I'm not saying have them be professionally done, but if it's a dirty bathroom mirror, I'm not going to audition you. And it's nothing personal. You may be a fantastic actor, but it shows me that you're not necessarily taking it seriously. At that point, after I've seen your paperwork and I'm willing to kind of have you audition, I'm looking for how do you carry yourself, and do I think you're going to work well with the rest of the team? If I have to choose between working with someone who works well in a group and somebody who's more talented, I'm going to go with the team player every time, because making a film is a tense process in a lot of ways, and you need to be sure that the people you work with are people you get along with. Otherwise, it could end very badly. So
I agree. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for taking time to let me interview as well.
absolutely. Have a good one.
Good time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more.